So, I mean, looking at the TNC Predator drafts, they don't have anything like the Snapfire, no quick attack speed
Tomb
heroes.
hitters.
Yeah, are you going to be
Yeah.
looking at the Enigma and the Eidolons to try and deal with that, or do the Eidolons, are they going to be needing to fight elsewhere? I mean, because, I suppose if you're fighting in like a river, you're not even really going to have it that many. So, do they need to look to draft like a Snapfire or something like this that's going to specifically deal with the Tombstone, or do you think it's kind of fighting around that, maybe backing off when the fight breaks out? How did TNC want to approach it?
Well, the thing is that for TNC, if you're jumping in with these heroes, you kind of don't want to jump out. If Enigma blinks in with a black hole, let's use the ultimates. You're not really thinking about pulling out at that moment. So
Hmm.
I'm not quite sure how they're going to be dealing with the Undying. It looks like Boom Esports, they go for the Triad as well as the Venge. Interesting. So they have sort of like three support heroes. Undying is usually a support, but there is a lot of flexibility here. We have seen the offlane Undying. It can go pretty good. We've seen the Echo Saber, Shard, Agams, BKB. It's pretty solid. I don't know if that's what they're going to go with. I think he's a better as a core than something like Tree and Protector would be. So I'm very excited to see what Boom Esports. They're trying something new, and I love it. And
Yeah.
TNC, they go for the Morphling. I like a lot what they're going for. This is going to be Asta's hero. Boom Esports, loving the draft, lacking a little bit of that sort of easy stun. They just have the Vengeful Spirit stun, so that might be a bit hard for them to lock the Morphling. Kunkai, you got like the X Mark into Torrent, which is decent, but yeah, Boom Esports lacking a little bit of those disposable stuns, I like to call them. Whereas TNC, they definitely have a lot more control in those small skirmishes.
Hmm. And I'm just kind of hoping we're not seeing the return of the Vengeful Spirit core.
Oh God, no.
I really didn't like that when that was a thing. It doesn't really have any catch-up mechanics. If it gets shut down in lane, what I did used to see the most successful way it was played, that you played it in the safe lane, but you played it as a sacrificial core. That teams would then focus on locking this hero down because they know, but it was, even though it was being played by the one player, it was more of a 3 farm, and the off lane was the true carry, or like the mid laner. I'm just really hoping that the Vengeful Spirit core doesn't come back. It's okay. Pro players can make it work, but it's just not fun to watch.
It feels so iffy as well, right? Like it feels like this very hit or miss, and the hero's damage is whatever, and then you get an Agam Scepter so you can get a second life, and I don't know. It doesn't feel like a true carry hero, if that makes sense. Or not like the Morphling.
Yeah.
However, we do have probably, it's going to be Yopaj, just Kunkka, I imagine, on the mid lane. The Vengeful Spirit or the Undying is going to be a core. We have the 3 and 5. So that's what I'm gonna, that's what I believe in, and they go with the Snapfire. So that's gonna be what, Jack Boy on the Jackie Sniper. Did I say Snapfire? So I meant the Sniper.
It's
all
okay.
Right.
It's early. We're all still waking up. That's fine. We'll ignore that. It's coming up to 5 where you are. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. But yeah, no, Sniper coming out here as well. I do like this hero. So what are we saying? The Undying position 3 in the offlane.
I think so, right? It's gonna be like Sniper carry, Kunkka mid, Undying 3, Venge 4, 3 and 5 for Schem. I kind of like the draft from Boom Esports. Team fight is decent. You have the Overgrowth, you have the Boat, you have the Tombstone. There's a pretty solid. I don't think anything really holds a candle to the Enigma Black Hole, but landing that might be a little bit. It's easier said than done. TNC, they either going to go for a mid laner for themselves, or they're going to have the Tiny go mid. They go for something else. They go for the offlane Timbersaw. And all right, so they have the offlane Timbersaw, which is one of the things I was thinking about, is that they need some hero that can sort of get close to the sniper. Timbersaw is certainly good at that. You're up against 3 strength heroes, which makes the Whirling Death very excellent to have. Good burst damage as well. I kind of like the TNC draft a little bit more. My only problem is I really don't like Morphling as a carry. I know the hero got a little bit of buffs right now. I still don't think it's the best. And it's going to be the 3 and 4 and the Vengeful Spirit 3. Oh my God. What do you feel about this, Rob?
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, because again, it's been a while since I've seen a Vengeful Spirit core. It does mean, like you say, that you get that quick ags, you can get that second life up. You're gonna be more of a menace around the fights, even after you're dead. Like he holds the lightsaber and says, "If you strike me down now, I'll become more powerful than you can possibly imagine." But yeah, it's kind of like I just have PTSD going back to when it was a really popular core, and I'm not convinced, but that's up to Boom here. That's part of the job, to convince me That's in fact that's their entire job. They're not playing for money. They're not playing for the prestige of the BTS. They're playing literally just to impress me as a caster.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I say good words about them. That's their entire job.
I mean, really, who cares? I mean, they should. If they win, they'll even give you the money. They're like, please be impressed by us. We did all this work for you. By the way, I want to go back to Boom Esports. I thought it was going to be the carry sniper. Instead, it's going to be the mid sniper and the carry Kunkka, which is a bit of a swap here that I did not see coming. Boom Esports, like I said, I think they're trying something new. They've already qualified for TI. This is sort of their last tournament before that, so they're probably just experimenting with different types of draft. I like that they're experimenting. I'm not sure that this is sort of the game-winning draft that you'd be like, oh my god, this draft is amazing. It looks very hit and miss to me. So like I said, I'm with TNC. I just wonder if Asta will be able to perform on this Morph Link. Not on him, but the hero in general has always been, not one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, the Kunkka carry is something that we've seen a lot in the Eastern European region. I know. Hang on, let me just. There we go. I know for one, Ramses plays it a lot, or he did play it a lot. But it, like I say, it was one of those heroes that was being played by a lot of the Eastern European teams. Sniper is a really strong hero at the minute as well. I don't think you can ignore the impact that a sniper can have. But yeah, so being able to get a good start on the Kunkka, being able to get effectively free farm, get those jungle stacks going when your team rotates into the jungle, makes those stacks for you, so you can get something like a quick Silver Edge to try and deal with the Timbersaw, something like that. So I'm not surprised that the Kunkka carries come out and that the sniper mid, but yeah, no, I was expecting the sniper in the safe lane, the Kunkka in the mid lane too.
And it's also kind of weird because they are putting up the Kunkka against the Timbersaw, which is, it's like, Timbersaw. If you're up against a strength hero, that's always good for you. If you're up against sniper, you can also get close. So I think in both cases, movie stars are like, yeah, it's going to be not going to be a lot of fun either way.
Yeah.
However, wait. It's Krish on the Timbersaw. Wait, this is a mid Timbersaw. It's going to be Bach on the Enigma. I completely. Damn. I thought they might be. I missed out a little bit on the draft. But yeah, they have the mid Timbersaw instead. So should be able to farm, but doubt he'll be able to get any kills on Yopaj with this. Whereas Bach, he will be slowing down that farm from the Kunkka significantly with the demonic conversion.
Yeah, and again, I suppose if the kind of figured out that it was going to be the Enigma in the off lane, the Kunkka in the safe lane, it's going to be able to deal with the Eidolons. Tidebringer starts to come out. If the Eidolons get too close, you are going to be able to farm those up. So yeah, no, I do like the way this is being played here by Boom, the way that they're positioning on the lanes. Jack was just chasing down onto Carlo as well. Carlo just moves himself away into the off lane. Did get a decent ward down though. This is a really nice ward to see any rotations, any couriers, maybe any pull-throughs as well. So good setup. Meanwhile, in the dire jungle, it looks like Tim's wants to get aggressive on Mavis, and Mavis just moving himself back. But does Tim's want to be hanging around here? Because it looks like he does. Yeah, with that, the 94 damage swinging out, and the Lich just has to back himself away because he can't trade with this.
He's got the Nature's Grasp, but I wonder if he'll be throwing it out instead. He's like, nope, just gonna walk away here. So maybe he only takes one punch to the face. It's not too bad. And yeah, it's gonna be very fun for Jack Boys in the bottom lane because with that Tidebringer, you can kill a lot of the Eidolons pretty easily.
Yeah, and I wonder if Carlo's going to be taking some punishment from the Tidebringer as well. I wonder if he does actually skill up onto... he's got it. He's got the demonic conversion at level 1. I thought he might have gone for like the Malefice, something like that helps set up for a tiny toss. But yeah, no, it is going to be coming through into the conversion straight away. So this Tidebringer is going to be doing work in this lane.
Yeah, already got one nice Eidolon for himself just then. Oh god, in the top lane, we do lose Mavis as well.
Yeah, okay. Just waking up again, guys, so crack out your Titors. I promise, I don't promise that's the only time that's going to happen. I can't promise that in good faith.
That's going to be the first time it happens. It's like, we promise that's going to be the first time. We're not sure how many other times it's going to happen. But yeah, bottom lane, it's going to be a bit tough because Heine is not going to have a good time. He might be dead here. Yep, loses his life.
Yeah,
and
claims that kill, gets taken down. Really nice setup with the torrent there. Even the tombstone's going to be dropped, and Bok just needs to walk himself right back behind the tier 1 tower. The Kunka's a little bit too far away to maybe take advantage of this, but Bok is going to be coming into a really dangerous range of health. Oh, the avalanche! Is it going to be enough to keep him alive? The torrent's going to miss here now as well, Jack boys. And again, Skem, he's going to be able to take down a courier, but it's not going to be Bok's life that he snipes just yet. Bok is taking a lot of damage. Or was that Tidebringer 8 seconds away? No torrent for 2. And it looks like Bok, does he get himself back behind the tier 2 tower? Should be enough to keep him alive.
Oh, they're trying to toss the Kunkka to the tier 2. Look at this. They're behind the tier 1. They're fighting between towers, Skem and Jack, but that's how goddamn tanky they are. And they're like, well, maybe we stay here too far. Skem's got 12 stolen strength. He's like, is this enough? I think I'll just go back. Carlo, he doesn't have enough. Sorry, Toss was on cooldown. He's just going to make it out. And already, Boom Esports off to 1,000 gold lead in the first 2 minutes. I did not think that Kunkka would be able to shut down the box so much. But one hit with a Tidebringer brings out the Eidolons to about 20% health, and it just cleans them up right after.
Yeah, and that's only going to get stronger as the damage bonus comes out. You know, the clear range as well, so he's going to be able to take them down from a lot longer range. And yeah, no, it's just interesting to see the Skem's inventory as well. Before he used them, he had something like 8 mangoes in his inventory.
6, yeah, 3.
He is just committing to the decay stacks, just trying to take up. I suppose it makes sense coming up against Carlo. You know, if you can get them low as well for the Tidebringer range to do maximum damage, it does make sense just to be prioritizing using the decay as much as possible.
I mean, this is also what we said, right? Like, this is what the hero does. You go for as much decay as you can. You win the laning stage as hard as you can, because this is when the hero is at his strongest, basically. And also once the mid-game teamfights happen. And Jack Boys was trying to get the Tidebringer hit to hit everyone. There you go. So, yeah, I like what Skem's doing. He's just committing all, like I said, all the way in for the max decay. Drops the tombstone, going for Bok here. Zombies are coming out. There's the torrent. There's a dead Bok probably.
Yeah, one more right click. Skem is going to be able to pick up another kill. Meanwhile, Mavis loses his courier here now as well. Carlo, though, he's in the middle of the zombies. This is a zombie apocalypse here in the tiny. Just because you made a stone doesn't mean they can't make you bleed. And Skem, what side is he on? 3 kills all over? He is. Yeah, double kill with 3 kills. Meanwhile, top lane, Tim's just doing the best he can to chase Mavis back. And Mavis just has to be so careful here, because Tim's can just get super aggressive. He doesn't have the quickest movement speed. What's it? 295 to the 330 of the Treant Protector as well. Treant's just gone straight for boots. So yeah, no, he can be chased down and forced back here on the Lich, and Lich just needs to be super careful.
By the way, that's so far they have a 5 bounty rune advantage. They took 3 at the start and 2 TNC's 1. Then they got another 2 as well from the 3 minutes. So TNC, they are struggling on gold. Meanwhile, Krish, he might be struggling with his life. A little bit though. Yopaj doesn't have the ultimate, so Krish is able to stay alive because of that. But overall, TNC, the strong laning by Boom Esports, looking really good for them.
Yeah, and I like this build as well, coming out from the sniper. Oh, top lane. Magic Missile comes out, he gets the kill. FBZ takes Asta down.
Oh, he was on so much agi. Holy crap, he just took... He took a level 2 wave of terror and just died. Oh no! But the damage from that spell has also been getting significantly. But the deal's 100 now. Mavis, it looks like he should be kind of alright.
I don't know. Vanja, I'm not sure if he was going to get in range of the magic missile, but yeah, no. Take a look at the mid lane. You can see that Yopaj, he's just gone for no points into the shrapnel because Critch can just pull himself out with the timber chain, which actually he's not scaled up. He's gone for full survival now as well. The decade's going to start coming through for Skem. He drops the tombstone. Can they chase down? Yopaj still only level 5. He's got 1, maybe 2 creeps away from hitting that level 6, but he's not going to be able to pick it up just yet. And Critch is going to be able to back himself away. Does he have it now? He does. So the assassinate. He's actually going to go for the 3-3 build here. Carlo could be taking a lot of damage. Skem tossed underneath the tier 2 tower. He will go down. Carlo, is there going to be trade here? Yopaj, he looks like he's not got enough damage to take down anyone else in the lane. The rotation comes through. Mavis, he might be the victim of this now as well. Yeah, the Nature's Wrath comes out. Excuse me, the Tim's comes in the Treant. Wrong Treant. As he does come in, he's got the 1 point into the Nature's Grasp. And yeah, Critch underneath the tier 1 again, still taking the harass, but 3 points now into the reactive armor, which we know got a little bit of a buff in the latest patch, so he is going to be sitting with max stacks, or was max stacks, but Carlo might not be so lucky here now as well. Sniper with the haste, he's going to be able to chase down as long as he's got vision. Yeah, he should be able to get the right clicks. Mavis TP's back in. Tim's, the Treant's going to be cut down by the Timber Saw.
And overall, it's going to be what, a 2-for-2 trade. Both supports falling for both teams. You're kind of. I mean, I think TNC is a little bit happy with that because they finally get on the board with a couple of kills. But also, Boomy Sports like, yeah, we've watched so many rotations. Jack Boys though, he's bombed by himself, and everyone's coming down here.
Yeah, you can see the rotation. Even the Lich he's walking himself down slowly. The Malefice comes out, Jack Boys. Well, it's going to be the Frost Armor coming through. He drops the boat, but is this going to be enough? He walks himself back into it, wants that run buff.
Oh,
and
nice
now he's going to try and get himself out with the phase witch here now as well. The Jack Boys rotation comes in from Scam. Can he come alive? Is there going to be a sword? There is a sword if he needs it, but it looks like they're going to be able to get the kill on Carlo. Tossed underneath the tier 1 tower here now as well. Tim's going to be taking a little bit of punishment, but he should be fine as Jack Boys again just continues to clean up. Bark, he's only level 5, doesn't have that black hole, and no one near the level 6 just yet as well. And you can see the Lich only level 3, and again, no boots, so still slow on the movement speed, doesn't want to get caught out, just sitting back saying, Bark, this is your mess, mate, you have to deal with it.
I love how Mavis shows up. He's like, let me take care of that tombstone. He hits it a couple of times. He's like, this is going to take forever. I am walking out. But yeah, there's another sort of rotation. Yes, Boomy Sports brought the same amount of people, but TNC, they lost people. Carlo, I believe he teleported in and also lost his life. So it's rough for TNC right now. It is just a tough situation. However, this is when Boomy Sports very strong. You know, strong laning phase. They got the Undying. They have the Train Protector. TNC, their team fight is a little bit more impressive. So it's not the end of the world, but I did not think TNC would be quite this far behind in 8 minutes.
Yeah, that kind of sucks as well, that Carlo and Mavis went for a smoke on the high ground, but because the train was in the river, the smoke breaks on the high ground, and they get no benefit from that. No rotation into mid to get a quick pick onto Yopaj, and Yopaj, I mean, Critch is getting a little bit aggressive onto Yopaj now as well, but Yopaj just keeps turning around, and he does have the armor to keep himself alive. The heal's coming through from Tim's. What level is that? Just level 1 onto the living armor now. Scam. Do you want to try and make a move onto Mavis? Mavis is going to be caught in no man's land here, trying to move himself up onto the high ground and away from danger, but if they have the
he's making space.
Yopaj, he's got the 4 points into the headshot, so no assassinate just yet. But yeah, like you say, I mean, Yopaj, he's taking these creeps on a merry little journey here, so he's not going to lose out on anything. Meanwhile, the bottom lane box going to be taking a lot of damage. FBZ rotates in, and Jack Boys claims his first kill of the game, 4 assists though, so he's not too far behind.
Dude, Bach is the same net worth as Skem, the position 5 on Boomy Sports. But this bottom lane has not worked out at all for them. No. It would be tough, but picking sort of the Enigma and the Tiny, where it's like Tiny, he's not bad as a support, but it's kind of sort of more of a roaming support. You would like someone to sort of help secure the lane. Enigma just moving 1 creep is not enough, especially now against Undying and the Kunkka. So TNC, they are really hurting at this point of the game.
Yeah, and you can see Asta was getting free farm. The X marks the spot's going to be there. He's going to be able to get himself away from this. Has that waveform if he needs it. And Asta, well, he's got a decent amount of strength, so he's going to be fine. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're going to try and make a move onto Carlo. The swap comes out now. The Avalanche will be used onto Tim's, but they still have the chase down potential here. And Carlo, he's going to run over to Critch. He's going to be like, help me, FBZ. Magic Missile is available. Going to be able to throw this out as well. And Tiny's only level 4. He doesn't have that grow. Can he get himself away from this haunting wave? Is it going to be enough damage here? The zombies might be able to get... No. He right-clicks him down. Critch's going to be chased out. There's going to be the Nature's Grasp coming out now as well. Critch in the trees. Train Protector trying to do what he can to get the kill. And he will secure the kill onto the Timbersaw. X marks the spot onto Mavis now as well. The drag back into the Torrent. Easy kill, and Jack Boys picks that one up.
Dude, Skem just walked up to Tiny, punched him once in the face. He had like no strength, and just killed him. And like I said, we also lost Krish, we also lost Mavis, and it is 12-2 in favor of Boomy Sports. Asta, his farm it's not bad. It's just that there's so many kills in favor of Boom right now that he looks kind of poor in comparison. Even FBZ, 5k net worth right now. And Enigma, he's going to go for the Wraith Pack build, which I like. Like, it is good. It's just that you have to think, okay, how are we actually going to start fights? Like, if you go for the Blink Dagger, there's so many ways to cancel. If you go for the Wraith Pack, you think, is it enough of a teamfight advantage when you're this far behind? It's tough for TNC. They need to get Lich to level 6. He's also only level 4. That might help. You know, you have the Chain Frost, you have the Black Hole. You can take a fight then. In the meantime, they are losing their Tier 1 top, which I believe is the last Tier 1 tower in the game.
Yeah, no, it is no, they've lost the bottom and the mid lane Tier 1s already, so that is going to be TNC's last Tier 1 tower. And the Kunkka, I like this as well. So he got a quick start, he got a lot of assists and a couple of kills. So he's gone straight for the Spirit Vessel, which is just going to absolutely mess. Usually you'd see like your offlaner go for that, your position 4, but the Venge obviously wants that Aghanim Scepter coming out. You know, you want to and get it, like I say, get it online as quick as possible. So the Kunkka picking that up, it is going to absolutely mess with Asta once they start getting into these team fights.
Bottom line, TNC, they're going to go push hard for this tower. They do have the living armor if they want to use it. They're coming out here, and we might be losing Tibbs, though.
Yeah, the toss comes by. The Chakram going to be doing a lot of damage. He just throws the overgrowth out. Where's that boat going to connect? It's going to connect onto Carlo, and Carlo's going to be straight taken down. The chase is on for Tims now. Can he get himself away? There is going to be a really nice kill here from Crits. Whirling Death picks that one up, but Bok, can he get himself away? Assassinate. Does he want to turn around onto this? A lot of damage. There's going to be the Spirit Vessel onto Bok now as well. Bok trying to do his best to run away. He does have that black hole, like you say, but the Torrent comes through. Sorry, the X-Max spot. Torrent wasn't used there, and in Jack Boys does pick up that kill.
Not getting the tower might be the worst part of all that, because they commit resources. You trade 2 for 1, which is pretty bad as it is, but you also don't get the tower up against a Train Protector. We might see Skim just come out alive, straight away start healing the tower. So, yeah, it's a little unfortunate.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower.
Well, let's
Hello?
see. Yeah, no, just Lance of Pursuit comes out as well. How do you like this as an item, the Lance of Pursuit? You know, the extra mana, it doesn't have any stats on it, but being able to get the extra slowdown. Oh, Carlo might be in trouble. X marks the spot. No follow-up. But yeah, how do you like the Lance of Pursuit as an item?
I actually talked to Puppy about this item at ESL Gifted, and he says that the thing that he hates most about this item is that it looks just like Ricky's backstab. Until he said that, I didn't even realize. I was like, oh shit, yes, it does. It does look a lot like that. So that's a little bit of an annoying thing. Yeah, it's a bit weird that it gives 200 mana when you think that an item like this, which is suitable for melee heroes, would give you something like, 5 strength or something like that. But it's decent. It's unique. It's a lot like an Orb of Venom, which I find kind of like, oh, okay, we're getting something like that. I don't love it, to be honest. I prefer some of the other items that, like 6 stats from the Pink Pole. I like that a lot. I like the new Seas of Serenity. It's just fine. Some of those items are like, oh, it's there. I barely ever use it unless I absolutely have to. Do you like it, though?
Okay, well, it looks like Roche is going to be done by Boom, and it's going to be done uncontested here. They're looking at Snipers just right-clicking it down. We've got the stuns come through, even the Tombstone being dropped in case, I guess anyone from the side of TNC just wants to wander in and get themselves into danger. But all 5 heroes here from the side of Boom going to be able to make a move onto this. And yeah, again, TNC can't contest into this.
The Wraithback is finished on Enigma, which is going to help them out quite a lot. The issue I find is that Yopaj is a pretty good person to have against that, with the sniper. We're talking about TNC, they don't have a tomb hitter. That's unfortunate for them until Morphling. Morphling could definitely take down the tomb later on, but you don't really want your carry to be spending a lot of his time taking care of the tombstone himself, but someone's got to do it. Yopaj, he can go for the Wraithback, which, that's a big investment from TNC. Like, that is what, 3,500 gold or something to get the Wraithback for Enigma. It's an expensive item, and being able to cancel it out with Sniper with 4 hits, it's going to feel pretty terrible for them.
Yeah, and where does he even... Oh, we'll find out in a minute. Carlo, there's going to be the Spirit Vessel into the boat. Can he get enough follow-up damage to take him down? Going to try and run himself away. The Wraith Pact is out now as well, but there's going to be the Flesh Golem as well. It's a Tombstone being dropped. Haunting Wave comes through, and Carlo, he's just going to be taken straight out of the game. And they might even chase into Crit now as well. He's going to be brought back. Yeah, there's going to be the Magic Missile coming through. Crit's going to be taking so much damage again. The Spirit Vessel doing so much to stop that reactive armor. And now they might even move over to Bok. Bok, they have the vision here coming through with the Observer Ward. X marks the spot onto him. He's just going to walk straight into this. Midnight Pulse gets dropped. Is there going to be a swap? Anything? The swap is on cooldown, but they can carry on going on to this. They just need the vision in the trees. Bok could be taking so much damage. The Torrent comes through, and Skem claims the kill once again.
That was Save Your Buddy syndrome, like Krish and Bok could have made up, but they just hung out just a tiny bit too long and lost their life. Asta hasn't been doing much this game, but he might be forced to do something very soon right now. And Skim walks up to him, sees him. Tims is here as well. Tims with a Blink Dagger, by the way.
Yeah, the Nature's Craft's going to be coming out. The Overgrowth now as well. Shrapnel will be picked up by the Sniper, so he's going to be able to drop this waveform into the lane. And Yopaj not going to be able to do enough damage to take Asta down. And I don't think Kunkka was close there as well. Jack Boys just wasn't close enough to get the Spirit Vessel off. I'm hearing an Assassinate though. Who's it on? They're going to be able to pick off Carlo again. Carlo. 8 kills on Carlo at the minute. And he's just straight up not having a good time in this game.
No, he's not. He's really suffering. He's trying to go for the Blink Dagger, but he's still 1,000 gold away from it, so he's not getting it anytime soon. And, I mean, Lich is level 7. If you can get a good Black Hole, you have damage from TNC. I know it sounds crazy to say, but you have the Black Hole with the Chain Frost. You have some decent damage along with the Timber Sub, but getting it to work, getting a Black Hole, not having it cancelled by FBZ, there's no Blink Dagger on the Enigma. It's a very tough situation for them. they're doing their best to keep their tower alive. Asta?
Yeah, Asta's going to be taking a lot of shots now as well. The Shrapnel comes in, he's going to try and wave for himself away from this. Oh, are they going to be able to go any further? Carlo close to double digits. The Assassinate should. That's not going to finish the job. He did have the one to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Critch on the back lines though. Can they get in? It's going to be the boat into the X marks the spot, but he uses a Yule, so he's going to be able to keep himself alive and away from the danger. Timber Chain away, but the Magic Missile will connect. Swap comes through onto Mavis. Asta, do they have the damage to take him down? Chain Frost, it's not going to bounce around to anyone. Tombstone as well. It looks like it's going to be farmed up and taken down here.
Oh. If Boom Esports gets 2 more kills, it would be awkward. They need just 1 more kill to make it happen. The dream is almost here, my friend. And oh, TNC, like, by the way, the whole fight, Bach, he wants to black hole. He wants to use his ultimate, but he's like, guys, I can't find an angle. I can't jump in. I don't have the mobility for it. Wraith Pack doesn't get spawned in the end. Asta, will you be the sacred one? Will you give us the gift?
Oh, FBZ's going to be getting low, but he gets taken down here. And that's going to be a 3-2-2 on the reverse.
I love how FBZ was about to lose his life. I would have been pretty pissed at FBZ if he died. I was like, no, I'm sorry. Why would you do that to us? So it is the legendary 3-2-2. TNC, I'm just looking at it and you're like, well, how are you guys going to handle this right now? Yeah. There's still the chance of the big black hole, but we are only 600 gold on Bach to get it. The farm is absolutely insane on Boom Esports. Asta's doing kind of okay, but he just lost his life, so he's not having the best game of his right now.
Yeah, and FBZ coming in with a great bait, mate. 8 out of 8 there to try and take down the Morphlin, which they do. The tosser from Carlo going to be going back into the Jack and the Whirling Death. Boat's going to fly through though. Tim's with the overgrowth. Do they have the damage to take him down? Skem's going to be coming in with the Tombstone as well. There's going to be a haunted wave over the top. Carlo going to be taking a lot of damage, and Jack Boys has the BKB crit. Tries to get himself away, but there's going to be the blink forward from Tim's. Tim's, they have enough to take the kill, and Jack Boys gets himself the double. Might even be the triple here. Mavis gets taken down by FBZ. Yopaj, he just wanted to get that Assassinate off on anybody. And they still have an Aegis, completely ignoring this fact for the next 20 seconds here. Sniper wasn't even contested on this Aegis, and nobody could get to him. Jack Boys, the front line coming out from Scam now, FBZ even getting involved. There was just no way through here, and uncontested Boom walking up. We're 18 minutes coming into 19 minutes into this game, 25-3, and Boom are just walking straight up to tier 3 saying, well, it's up to you to force us away here, TNC, and TNC just have no answers to this.
No blink daggers on either of their playmakers, which is like, it's like you said, what are you guys going to do to make us walk away? And TNC, they're like, we're going to huddle around here. Krish, he's got a Yule Scepter. Maybe that you can sort of set up with that, followed by a toss. It's such a difficult situation. FBZ's right in front, by the way. He's got the Aghanim Scepter, so he's like, if I die Bach, he might be losing his life as well.
Yeah, and Bach, he's just, again, 0-4-1 here on the Enigma. The Assassinate's going to come through and finish the job. It looks like more than, yeah, they get the kill. FBZ, Chain Frost is going to be bounced around. Did they get anything from this, though? It looks like they're going to be able to get the kill to FBZ. But Critch, was it? Oh, again, he's got that second life, so he dies, he lives again. Asta has to get away with the waveform. X marks the spot, comes out. Going to be dragged right back into the danger, and Asta just being right-clicked down, plinked down by the Sniper as Jack Boys tries to do his best, and FBZ gets the kill onto Asta. Critch is being forced away as well. These racks are going to fall too. It is just an absolute disaster here for TNC, and I don't see a way back for them. 27-4. Assassinate, who's that on? Mavis gets taken down. Yopaj picks up the kill, and this is going to be a lane of racks.
I know I'm supposed to say something sort of like, oh my god, TNC has this comeback, but I mean, they are 600 gold away from the Blink Dagger. That's kind of like the timing you're looking for. I know he's going to get that 600 gold. You know, he's going to have to find some way to get it. Yeah. Maybe sell the boots, but farm those creeps. If you can get that Blink Dagger, you have a tiny chance. The graph says you have a 2% chance. That seems about fair. You know?
Yeah, but the smoke comes onto Bach, and Bach's going to be losing even more gold. The Assassin's going to be queued up, trying to get himself away from this. The Torrent comes out. Are they going to be able to get the kill? They are going to be able to get the kill. Drag back onto FBZ, but FBZ once again should be fine if he gets taken out. Magic Missile, the Haunted Wave comes through. He just goes into his illusion form, and now the right click's coming on to Asta. Asta can get himself away from this. They're going to try and heal him up here as well with the Season Life, but it's not going to be enough for Mavis. Taking so much damage coming through from that Tidebringer on the back lines. He's going to be taken down by the Magic Missile. FBZ gets the kill. Tombstone has been dropped. Where's that black hole? I'm hearing it on the back lines. Is it going to be enough for Yopaj? Could be in danger, but with the Soul Rip, they're going to be able to keep him alive, and this was just a great run over here by Boom. 32-5. GG gets called, and Boom run away with this first game.
I absolutely love what Boom did. They've been called, like their play style is usually kind of the same way, where they always play with Mars or Timbersaw FBZ and with it like saving hero on Skim here and a Space Maker on Yopaj. Here they went for something different. Jackboy sets the tempo. You have Yopaj kind of playing the more farm carry role if you want to go for that. Tim's keeping towers alive. FBZ's also got this nice tempo with the Vengeful Spirit. I love what they did. They played this really fast, took it down 21 minutes. It's an amazing performance by them, honestly. Boom Esports looked so good on a strategy that's new to them, basically. It's not something we see them play very often. In the meantime, TNC, the lane's a little bit greedy. You want to have Enigma as well as Tiny. I think you need something a little bit stronger. That's a bit of a stronger laner than the Tiny. The mid Timbersaw was okay, but he couldn't really do too much against Yopaj, and Mavis also just took him forever to get level 6 and get that Chain Frost, which wouldn't have been that great because you're up against a Undying anyway who would have zombies absorbing a lot of those Chain Frost bounces. So TNC, maybe a stronger lane draft could help them in the next game.
Yeah, and we are going to be taking a quick break, guys, probably about 10-15 minutes while we wait for this second game to get started. So go get yourself something to eat, get yourself something to drink, and be back in about 10-15 minutes as we get into the second game of Boom versus TNC. I kind of hope we get a bit. It is a 2-game series, so
Yes.
TNC have the option to draw this, but Boom at the minute looking like they're in the driver's seat and the momentum's in their favor. Are they going to be able to carry this on, or is there going to be a 1-1 coming up for our first series of the day? We'll find out in about 10-15 minutes. We'll be right back.